Yeah, so we out here over here at the spot, man. I just want to show something real quick that don't make no damn sense what they be saying, man. Looking at that big crystal in the sky called the sun. Look over here, we see the moon. Hold on for a second, man. See the moon over there. Now, do you know how big the sun is compared to everything? And the sun is like 100,000 times bigger than the damn moon. So why is the moon only partially visible, man? It doesn't make any sense. Most people will try to say because the sun rays is bouncing off of Earth. As you can see here, the sun is above Earth. You know what I'm saying? So if the sun is above Earth, why are we only getting this partial light of the moon? Something ain't right, man. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something don't make no sense, man. You know how big the moon is compared to the sun, man? I mean, how big the sun is compared to the moon and compared to the earth? Man, the sun will be like a loaf of bread, and the moon and the earth will be like a breadcrumb that fell off that loaf of bread. You know what I mean? So how in the hell? So how in the hell we only gonna get this partial description of the moon, man? That the whole spectrum of light is off. The whole spectrum of light is off, man. But you see what makes the moon visible though, right? Sunlight, which is the soul. Nah, man. Sunlight, which is the soul. So now you look at the moon right here, and you see it's partially in the spirit world. Nah, man. You know, they've been lying to us about these descriptions, man. You know, it just don't make no damn sense when you think about it, man. As big as the damn sun is, man. You mean to tell me you're going to be getting this partial light from the moon? Nah, sinner. Or this partial light bouncing off the moon giving you like 1/3 of the moon visibility? Nah, man, something ain't right with that, man. You know how, yo, man, that doesn't even make any damn sense for the mere fact that the illumination of the sun is so bright that it reaches Pluto. The illumination of the sun is so bright that it reaches Pluto. The moon is right there. According to them, the Earth is the third planet from the sun. Pluto is way down the damn line. So if the Earth is the third planet from the sun, and the sun is so vibrant that the illumination could reach Pluto, what is this BS crap that they talking about? The moon is, the sun rays is like bouncing off of Earth and bouncing off the moon. That's why you see different moon phases. Nah, man. They've been lying to us, man. They've been lying. That doesn't even make no damn sense when you logically think about what they actually saying. Man. You could do an experiment yourself with get something like a 10,000 watt light bulb, man, and do that experiment with yourself. Do that experiment with yourself, and you see that it wouldn't even make no sense. If anything, the whole moon should be illuminated. If the energy of the sun got the potential to reach the Pluto, You know what I mean? Then why is it so like meek when it's hitting the moon? Like y'all saw the video shot. You see that weak description of the moon just now? It looked like the sun is like barely hitting it. That would be a description of the sun barely hitting the moon. Because the moon looks sort of transparent when you see it in the video that I just showed you. It looks sort of transparent. So that shows that the light is barely hitting it, basically barely making it visible. But the sun is so powerful that the light reaches Pluto. That don't make no damn sense. And look at the time of day. The sun ain't even reached the full zenith yet. And it's powerful as hell. You know what I mean? The crystal. It don't make no sense. See, this whole thing about time, man. This whole time thing. Yo, what they be talking about time, man? That don't even make no damn sense with the time. That's why I said we ain't got no ancestors. Because the reality is, we are the damn ancestors. We never left this mother dudder. Harriet Tubman ain't free no slaves because we still on the goddamn planet. Slaves ain't got nothing to do with being on some plantation picking rice or cotton or whatever, corn or whatever they had us doing. You know what I'm saying? Slave all got to do on a deeper meaning that you gotta a race or a species that's isolated to a planet. You know, slave, aka hell. Because wherever a slave is at, that is hell for that slave. Being a slave and hell goes hand in hand with each other. It's a perfect combination. It's like breathing. Inhale, exhale. Peanut butter and jelly. Slave, hell. Wherever a slave is at, that environment is hell for that slave. So to be a slave is to be in hell. And you're in hell because you are buried. We all know that the hell really means to be buried. It means that we're trapped on this damn planet. So this whole time thing that they talking about with these ancestors, you know, these people will say, they will say that such and such lived in the year the 1800s. Let's say a so-called black baby is born in the 1800s, and that black baby to grow up to be a prominent black leader. You know what I'm saying? Born in the 1800s, 1800, grows up to be a prominent black leader, had millions and millions of black people, so-called black people, embracing him, bigging him up, following him and all that. And let's say he lived to be 80 years. So in 1880, that person died. You know, they would stop the clock. They would stop the count clock on that being that died in 1880. But that's BS, man. See, these people who would say that, you know, our ancestors died and that we died on such and such year and they used to live and that these people are in the past, those people clearly have a mind that's trapped in time because they're dealing with the artificial, which is the body. As I stated before, the body is artificial when you compare it to the soul or the spirit, because you can't create nor destroy energy. So therefore the soul and the spirit was always in existence. It's the molding of the energy that has a begin date. When you mold the energy and you condense it into matter, that had a begin date. You know what I'm saying? So they would say such and such died in 1880 and he was in the past and we're reading the past and all this and all that. But that's a misnomer. Because you got to know that we're not the body. We are the energy that's inside of the body. So when such and such died at 1880, his soul came out. His soul came out of the vehicle. But they want you to focus that you are the body. The soul came out of the vehicle and incarnated within their family bloodline. That's why it's important for you to keep your family bloodline pure, because the integrity of the bloodline that represents your family will determine where you are stationed in the next life. That's why our ancestors said, well, so-called ancestors, but we said it because we the damn ancestors. That's why we said the way how you live your life now determines where you would be in the next life. So if you live in your life right now and your family is living your life, let's say your immediate family members, let's say you know what I'm saying, you got a wife and y'all got 4 kids. And let's say all of y'all eat bad food, all of y'all smoke cigarettes, all of y'all watch reality TVs, y'all hugging the block like angles, chilling on the porch, eating your barbecues and your chicken and your rib tips and all this. You drinking the beer, alcohol, you got a sloppy Joe lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? So when your kids now have babies, that will be the vessel that y'all will incorporate when you die. That's how you jump. That's how you jump into the vessels. It's based on your family keep having babies. You keep coming back in those baby bodies, your soul or your spirit. So you have to keep that pure. If you don't keep your body pure, there will come a time, because you know that your energy, your soul or your spirit has to match the energy of the body. You know what I'm saying? So it could jump in it. So it could get in it. And when your soul or your spirit is in a polluted body, your soul or your spirit vibrates on that same frequency as that polluted body. So if you leave this dimension, meaning that when you die and you come out your body and your body was polluted, you would only be able to incarnate in a polluted body. So you be going backwards. You will constantly keep going backwards. Every time you die, you will go into a body that's more dirtier than you did when you was in the previous life. Than you had when you was in the previous life. Because if you incarnate in a dirty body and you live your entire lifestyle with eating bad food, it gets worse and worse and worse, and you vibrate lower and lower and lower. So then you come back in another body. Now you coming out the womb with a whole bunch of sicknesses, asthma and all this degenerate diseases. Now you vibrating so low. And then it will come a point in time when you vibrate so low that you will not be able to incarnate in a body. And that's when you get trapped in the spirit world. You get trapped in there because you're vibrating so low. It's only low energetic entities in the spirit world. The spirit world is not popping. I've been to the spirit world, like I said before, and they thirsty to get back over here, because once they realize they realized that when they got to the spirit world, a lot of them didn't even know what the hell the spirit world was. They really thought that some Jesus was coming to save them, and you know what I'm saying, and death was death was real. They really thought that when you die, that's it. But now they all fuzzed up in the game, stuck in the spirit world. They can't jump no more because they vibrating too low. They have to get a body that's vibrating on the same frequency as them so they could get in that body. And then they know if they get a body that's vibrating on that same frequency as them, low, they know that the parents is going to be low vibratorial beings. So it's like they're going to be going right back to the damn spirit world, getting trapped again. They're going to be raised on bacon, eggs, and grits, cereal. You know, it's fake Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, milk, which is pus cheese. You know what I'm saying? The mother is not going to be breastfeeding the baby. She's going to be giving them that Infamil formula milk. You know what I'm saying? Pop's going to be putting beer in a baby bottle, listening to a whole bunch of low frequency music, aka rap, which is spirit music. Rap music is the music for spirits, because that's all it attracts. That's why when you listen to rap, you want to do spiritual activities, which is to satisfy the flesh, to satisfy and sustain the flesh. So that's a big spell book they got going on right now on this planet. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is satisfying the flesh, disregarding the soul or the spirit. It's all about me just pleasing this crave. So you know what I mean? You got these people. They jump in the body, come in a more dirty body, then they just, when they die, it's like they get stuck now because they can't jump back in the body, man. They get stuck in the spirit world, and it's hell over there because they stuck. You got to know that when you everything is based on vibrations, and you got to know that when you reach a certain level, that you are in the spirit world, there'll come a time when you can't come up out that mother dutter. You will be stuck in there, and there is no such thing as time. So there's spirits or souls that's vibrating on a frequency as a spirit that's been trapped there for millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of years. If you want to put a clock on it, millions of years. They've been there so damn long, it makes the damn dinosaurs look like they never existed. And I'm skeptical about them damn dinosaurs too. I'm starting to think that they nothing but a bunch of anthropomorphic creatures. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to remote view that to get confirmation. But they stuck over there, man. They stuck. And you gotta know that when you gotta know, like, when you can look at somebody who has a poor diet, who just eat all types of bad food. Once upon a time, they came out the womb looking like a baby, a regular being. Now they all fat, sloppy, looking like a rhinoceros or a damn hippopotamus. They're looking all fat. They got all these big layers of fat just chunking over because that's the matter. You know what I'm saying? Losing the form. So you got to know that if their body is describing this fat, Humpty Dumpty looking person, their energy is being changed. So you got to know that when these people die, their energy is deformed. Because when you're looking at that body that eats all that genetically mutated organisms, it's not genetically modified foods. Modified is a subtle term that they use so you won't focus on what's really happening. You are becoming mutated by eating organisms. The organisms come in your body and they change your genetic code. They remap the genetic structure and you become mutated. So the energy now, the soul or the spirit, becomes mutated as well. So when these spirits or these souls come up out of these mutated bodies, they also look deformed. So the energy look deformed. You can't even identify the energy. It just look all fuzzucked up. So that's what some of them spirits look like. They look like deformed energy descriptions. They don't even look like the natural orbs pulsating all these different colors like the sun. Or they don't even look like the template of the body. They look deformed. Straight deformed. And you could see them just drifting away. You know what I'm saying? You could see, if you really want to see spirits, you could see it. You have to really want to see it though. You say to yourself like, I really want to see these spirits and I really want to see what they look like. And you would program your brain to tap into that frequency and you would see them. They here, man, these spirits is here right now. They here on this planet right now. You just can't see them because they vibrating on a different channel. Vibrating on a different channel. But if you change the channel of your brain to meet the channel that they vibrating on, you would see them transparently because they vibrating low as hell. So they look all deformed. So it's like, that's what the thing with the God race, we got caught up in the cycle of reincarnation because we're not beings of reincarnation. Only creatures reincarnate because they keep doing it over and over and over because they artificial. Artificial entities or life forces constantly loop. They repeat over and over and over and over. You got to know that the loop is an artificial time. The circle or the Ouroboros is an artificial time. It gives you the illusion that it's moving forever, or it's constantly moving forever. But the reality is you're not moving forever if you keep doing the same thing. What you are doing is replaying the same scene. It's just that the scenes may be stretched out in a 50 million year lifespan. But once you get to that 50 million year lifespan, you start back over again from 1. You gotta know that when these people be giving you these numbers of counting, like when they tell you counting, the whole number system is fugazi. They got numbers facing right and numbers facing left. What is that? You know what I'm saying? Everything's supposed to be going forward. They tell you that counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and they would keep on going, and they would say that represents infinity. That does not represent infinity. Because you got to know that when those numbers increase, or when you see those numbers increase, that is a description that the energy is increasing as well. Just like what I stated before, when you see the fat people, they eating all this bad food, their energy is decreasing. The body structure is becoming mutated. So therefore, that is a byproduct of the energy inside of them decreasing. So the energy has to change as well. So it gets lower and lower and lower, and it changes. The whole dimension of the energy changes. It's not going to be the same as when they came out the womb. So when you're looking at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the numbers keep going up, you got to know that that is an increasing of the energy. And the more you increase the energy, the more complex the language is to decipher. It's not going to be the same. When they're showing you the same thing, that means it's just looping, giving you the illusion that it's moving forward. As the frequencies increase, the language becomes more intricate and it becomes more complicated to decipher. That's why they show you the infinite sign is a sigil. And that infinite sign that they're showing you is not really an infinite sign. You know what I'm saying? That's another cloak. But I'm using that as an example to try to show you that when the energy increases, it looks like advanced sigils. Advanced sigils. Energy markers. That's what it is. Energy, that's what I call it. Energy markers. But you got to know that an infinity sign is somewhat a sigil. Hold on. Yeah. The infinity sign is somewhat a sigil. But you got to know that that infinity sign is really time that has collapsed on itself. Because the infinity sign is nothing but a sideways 8. It is an 8 that has collapsed. And they get the 8 from the hourglass. You look at the hourglass, it is the 8. Which is also could be looked upon as 2 pyramids. As above, so below. Many ways to break it down. You know what I'm saying? But when you're looking at the infinity sign, that is a symbol of the 8 that has collapsed on itself. So they're showing you that time has collapsed and is double spiraling right now. How could that be a sign that represents infinity when infinity is something that's constantly moving forward, and the infinity sign is 2 loops going in the damn rotation? Keep looping. That's not infinity. That's an illusion. That's the collapsing of time symbol. That's how time look when it collapse. When time collapse, it keeps looping. That's artificial time. Time itself is artificial. When it, or should I say when the future, let me put it like this so you can understand better. When the future collapse, it goes into time and it loops constantly. So that sideways 8 would be a description of the future collapsing on itself. The guard race is the only species on the damn planet that symbolizes the future. Ain't we collapsed on our damn selves right now? The whole collapsing on ourself got to do with the flesh collapsing on the soul, we not knowing that we not the flesh. Now we caught up in the time, because the time got to do with the body. The time ain't got to do with the soul. So time collapsing on itself got to do with the damn body collapsing in on the soul. Now the people no longer realize that they are the soul. They assume they the body. So now they caught up in the realm of time. So now we keep looping. Everything that we do is a loop. Keep doing the same thing. We've been marching in the 30s, the 40s, and 50s, and you still got people to this day marching. Ain't getting a damn thing done. Looping. Looping. You know what I'm saying? And it goes on and on and on. We still going up in these churches praying to these fake false gods. They ain't nothing but archons. All of these damn gods of religion ain't nothing but archons. You feeding the archons your energy. Your solar energy. You feeding them. And they get stronger and stronger. And they put images in places of these archons that look just like humans. And the humans are spirits. Which is a fiend. If you look at the word friend, you take the R out of the word friend, you get fiend, which is a damn demonic spirit. We don't have friends. There's nothing but spirits that you attract to, or they are attracted to you by way of your submental habits. You disregard your habits and you will see all of them fade away because they can no longer feed off your energy. You know what I mean? You got to know that that whole time thing, that got to do with the humans. That ain't got, the gods is beyond time. How you going to say that we gods, but then you're going to say that we subscribe to time? The gods made everything. Nothing ain't make God. God made it. So how could God make something and then be a prisoner to his creation or her creation? That is an oxymoron. God creates things because God knows how to create. And based upon God knowing how to create it, it shows that God knows how it works. God knows the pros and the cons. So if God becomes a slave to something that he created or she created, then that clearly illustrates that God forgot how he created it or she created it and forgot how it works. So in other words, God can't analyze what God is really looking at. God becomes a believer now. He assumes now. He or she forgot the blueprint design that went into creating it and being able to identify it for what it truly is. So therefore, God becomes a prisoner of his or her creation when God forgets, when God loses. And I'm talking about the so-called black race. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, the gods that's already, the gods that's out there. The gods that's out there doing what they do, that's beyond their solar system, or should I say that's stationed right there on the sun, because they got gods all over this mother dutter. The gods that's on the sun right now, they know what's going on. They know what's going on. I'm talking about the gods down here on this planet. Man, what's wrong with these people, man? You think about what these people be saying, man. You know they don't know what the hell they talking about, man. These people are going to talk about we gods and we from this planet. How the hell a god could come from a planet, man? These people don't even understand the power of God. These people have no idea what power is, man. They only know permission. The God race has no idea what power is. They only could identify permission. Being with the beast race, giving them permission to do this, giving them permission to do that. That's all they understand is permission. They don't know. They don't have no idea what power really is. No idea. They can't even fathom what power is. They really think power is permission. Wow. Permission is a byproduct of power. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Ain't no gods in their real natural state living on no damn planets. Don't you know that when you are a god in your natural state, your vibration changes, man? I just gave the example with the eating the food. That's changing your vibration. When you constantly raise yourself up to be a god, everything is going to change. Your body is going to change. It's going to come a point in time when you vibrate out the body and you ain't going to need the body no more. You're just going to be your true self, the soul that's going to be vibrating so high. Your energy is going to be so damn strong. The planet is not even going to be able to take it. That's why you got to ascend the planet so the planet could become a sun. When the planet becomes a sun, now it's a suitable place for gods to live on. And you got to know that the sun might look bright to us because we vibrating low, but to God, it's like this. I'm just giving a description to show you that the gods see. It's not like when you think because the sun is all bright, the surface of the sun is going to be bright. It might look like that to us because we vibrating low. But you got to know when God sees, he is seeing or she is seeing objects, but it's objects on a way different dimension. I'm just giving you an example. It doesn't look exactly like this, but I'm giving you an example to show you that they actually see objects, but it's just vibrating higher. It's vibrating on a frequency that's in sync with them. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It matches their resonance that they pushing out. And it's way more complicated, man. That's, yo, man, these people don't understand, man, about the gods, man. These, yo, man. See, you know, we've been given this fake gods, man. You know what I'm saying? These bootleg ass gods, these comic book characters, you know, this Jesus Christ and Allah, man. Them gods are so, you really think about them damn gods, they so damn corny. A bunch of damn spirits, man. I mean, even the way how they tell you the story is, man, that's not even how a God would move. I mean, you could just look in space and see how God does his thing, man. And compared to that weak, watered down, diluted spiritual story they gave you about some wanderer, some damn lost spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, that joint is so corny, man. Like, they actually did it, man. That's actually a disservice of God, man, of what God could really do. That's really insulting God, man. If you're gonna really represent God, man, you know how we do. You know how the so-called black race do. We put flavor on everything. Just look at the flavor we put on things right now, being in our mentally dead state. Look how flavorful we are right now, being in our mentally dead state. You got people right now making cars out of damn coconut seeds, man. You know what I'm saying? We put flavor on everything. Look how we play ball. Look how we do music. Look how we, you know what I'm saying? We do all sports. We just put flavor on everything. When we draw, we create. It's all flavorful. And that's on our dumbed down state. Now, heighten that to when you get to a stage of where God is. Looking at that big sun, vibrating high as hell. You mean to tell me that when God is vibrating high as hell, that flavorable trait that we have